I was just saying I'm Scottish, not English. Good afternoon. Lovely to see so many people here. I hope that you've been able to get around and get all the information you need. I'm here today to talk about Manchester International School, as he's just mentioned. Manchester International School was opened in 2014, so this is our third year, and we're going from strength to strength. We teach the British curriculum at Cambridge, the Cambridge International System, and that goes from preschool right up to year 11 this year, but year 12 from next year. Okay. My name is Joy Williams, as he said. Not English, I'm Scottish, but never mind, I'm part of the UK. And I don't just teach English because I'm a class teacher in year 5. So I teach English, maths, physics, chemistry and biology, and also humanities, which is geography and history. Okay? The children also in year 5 learn Arabic, Arabic studies, religion, and French or German. In year 5, we try and look and not just teach out of a book, not go from page 1 to the end. What we try and do is look at the objectives that have to be met and look at the resources we can get to be able to meet them. Everyone learns in different ways, and therefore a one way to teach is not the best fit for children at Manchester. What we try to do is encompass all our lessons using the 3 main cognitive styles. That's visual, audio, and kinesthetic. To do that, we have to get to know the students. That's really, really important. Understanding how they learn helps a teacher in their lesson plans. And being able to do lesson plans around the 3 cognitive styles helps not just a teacher, but the student as well. I use graphs, pictures, PowerPoints, and writing notes on boards, and use text in the books, and that helps students who are visual. For students who are audio, then we use videos. Sorry, I'm trying to get this right because it keeps going off and on. We use videos, we use discussions, and we tell them how they can do the lesson. And for those who are kinesthetic, then they like a hands-on approach. So they like to have discussions, to be able to do it themselves, and be able to see how it's demonstrated. We also use continuous assessment. This is very important. That helps not just the teachers, the parents, but the pupils too. We can see what the students' knowledge, understanding, and skills are, and we can feed that back both to the parents and to the children. We use weekly tests, we use termly projects, and we also use end-of-term exams. This all helps with the assessments. As a teacher, we don't just want the students to learn in the best way possible, but I want them to have a good time. And I bet you're like me. When you're enjoying something, you learn it better. I know I do. If I'm enjoying something, then it's easier to learn. If something's hard work, then it can get very monotonous. If we want to motivate a child and get them to learn, let's have some fun. And as a teacher, I would be really sad at the end of the day going home if I felt I hadn't had fun with my children. And I'm just looking at Mr. Dan there because he has fun with the children all the time. Last week, a student handed me in their work. We were doing The Witches by Michael McPurkle. I don't know if any of you have heard about it, but it's a really good story. And there's lots in it where you can actually demonstrate what's happening. And I had a little chuckle to myself when I was marking the book, because one girl said, "I shall always remember this story because Miss Joy brought it alive when she read the part of the Grand High Witch." She said that everybody in the class thought I actually was the Grand High Witch. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but if you know the story, And you imagine it, it was quite good actually to read this. It made me have a laugh as I was marking. And that helps when you're marking 20 books. But I believe it's not just about bringing stories alive, it's about bringing all subjects alive. It's really important to me to help a child develop and to give them motivation is to give them some fun. I think if we think of ourselves as a plant, what do we do when we have a plant? We give it water, we plant it in nice soil, and we feed it and we put it in the sun. I believe students at school are a bit like a plant. We get them as little seedlings, and what we want is to develop them into these lovely, blossoming, mature plants. If we can do that with all our students, then we've been successful. Last year, I had a little boy who came in to school and he was presenting about his project. And he stood in the school with his head down, very quiet, and even people in the front row of the class couldn't hear him. But by the middle of the second term, that same boy stood up in the theatre on the stage and recited a poem that he had written to the whole school, to all the parents and to all the teachers. To me, that is a seedling that has grown into that plant. And that's what we want. Okay? That's what we want from our students. We strive to make our classrooms a happy place, industrious, academic, and motivational environment where students are able to reach out and get their full potential. I'd like you now to watch a little video and just to give you a demonstration of how the students at Manchester actually do enjoy themselves from the minute they come into school until the minute they leave. So this is our children coming in the morning, half asleep. This is us doing some exercises with them. We believe doing exercises in the morning gets them awake, gets their brains active to go into class, to be able to be ready to do our work. This is the little ones from KG1 and KG2. And they don't just do exercises, but they have fun doing them. And I always think it's a pity I've got lessons first 3 sessions, because I'd like to go and do the duck and everything else that they do too, because they really look as if they have good fun. This is one of our classrooms in the primary section and one in the higher section of the school. Okay? This is our well-equipped labs. This is our library, and this is where our children can learn all different instruments from our professional staff in our music department. We also have a wonderful dedicated arts department, and the children actually give us some wonderful artistic drawings, paintings. You just saw Mr. Darren there with the PE staff. We have football pitches, basketball courts, we have a well-equipped gym, and we have 2 swimming pools. And this is the children enjoying themselves in all of those. Of course, they all love to play football. So this is in one of the pitches of our football. So as you can see, the children don't just learn in the classroom, but they're learning outside as well. And on their way home, happily, we hope, having learned not just in the class, but through music, art, and also their exercises in PE. So our aim, therefore, is not only to increase students' knowledge and understanding of a subject, but to teach respect for each other, for our classmates, and to help shape well-rounded, motivated young people that will go out to build a greater future for their country and to make, of course, Egypt that great country again. Thank you. I hope you found this informative, If you haven't been to our stand already, we're just behind you there, Manchester International School. Thank you very much for listening.